Y'all know that I'd rather someone eavesdrop on me masturbating, hear me moaning, and pleasure with a giant dildo in my ass than to hear me doing one of my rant videos that I intend to watch myself and then delete, you know? I mean, because some of y'all have been on my adult blog, so you've seen it. And I don't care if you watch me masturbate. But when I'm being crazy, that's something I'm trying to keep to myself. And then when you go on, you violate the privacy of that. You know, it's like invading a therapy session, you know, listening in on it. And then, you know, you go and take offense to what you hear, and it's not even about you. And then I notice that you're fucking eavesdropping, and I have my childish, mentally handicapped reaction to it. You know, because, well, I am on some level mentally handicapped, okay? I accept that. Other people don't accept it because I don't display it constantly. I can be very cordial. I can be a good host. Like if family's visiting, you know, I can totally just surprise people. And you know, it's like the stuff that hits me from the spiritual realm. It's like not all of it's my thoughts, and I know that. And I purge myself of it so that I don't harbor any of it or think about it. It's something I was taught by a therapist. But anyway, what I really wanted to talk about here was, I don't know if y'all are seeing it, but I'm seeing a lot of, like, I don't know, interdimensional entities. And it's not like just angels either. Like, I was just sitting here smoking down, and I looked across the street, and there was an entity standing there looking at me. I blinked, and just that quick, the entity disappeared. Last night, I had to redo a video because the file got corrupted, so I was out here like 1 o'clock in the morning redoing it. And I could hear scratching. Well, the garage had been left open earlier, and I didn't shut it till late. And one of my babies that had been raised under the deck in the garage a few years ago had went in there to take a nap under the deck. So it was in there when I shut the garage. Well, then at 1 o'clock in the morning when I was out here, talk about a move of the spirit, a corrupted file had me out here. Because, well, Lisa probably would have got sprayed by that skunk the next morning. Because, well, the skunk doesn't know her, so it would have been afraid of her if it even came out. You know, it just would have been stuck in the garage for God knows how long. So it's like, you know, I'm out here and I hear scratching, and I go to investigate, and because, well, it dawned on me, oh, something got in the garage, you know, a cat or a skunk. So I go and turn the light on, and it's one of my baby skunks that had survived, you know, because it's like the last litter I kept alive when I had the garage open for the cats. You know, the skunks would get in there, the little babies, and I would feed them, and he would interact with me and follow me around the garage, you know, chittering at me and shit while I'm bitching at them about shit and where they eat. And this little baby, when I turned the light on and I opened the garage door to let it go out, well, it's not a baby anymore, it's a full-grown skunk, but it still looks like a baby to me. I recognize it. And it heard me talking to it. I'm like, okay, you gotta go out now. Got stuck in the garage, huh? And it recognized my voice and turned around. I was about to walk out, and it recognized my voice and turned around and sat down, just looking up at me. And it just sat there looking. It's 11 p.m. You hear that? What is that? Taps or whatever they play, you know, like at people's funerals and at the end of the day, the military. This is a real, a real player. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's not a recording, because it's at different places. Like the person actually takes his little trumpet somewhere. Now, there's a big black homeless cat. It's homeless now. I'm pretty sure it was somebody's cat. And it's all fucked up. I don't know if somebody did something to it or if it's got the mange or another cat fucked it up. But it just walked by again. And at 11 o'clock every night you hear this. You know, it's in different parts of the neighborhood, but it's always here in this neighborhood. You hear that, like taps or whatever. Yeah, so. But anyway, what I was talking about was the interdimensional entities that I've been seeing. It's like, you know, where, you know that I can see a lot of stuff out of the corner of my eye, just like some of y'all can, like through your peripheral vision. Sometimes without even trying, it's just there and you see it, and it spooks you out, and you have to act like you didn't see it because you don't know if they'll trip out if they know you can see them. But it's like, you know, this is different. It's like it's right there, straight on vision, man, you know. And one theory is, you know who we haven't been hearing anything about lately? And you know, and you're not hearing anything about these motherfuckers, they're doing some shit, okay? It's the entities who want to use quantum computers and their you know, space, what is it, their collider, their atom collider, their, what is it called, cohedron or something, fuck, I forgot what it's called, that they have over there in CERN. But yeah, man, they want to use that thing again, and they've been using it while we're distracted with all this dumb shit. They're trying to tap holes into other timelines to exploit those timelines. And it's causing a war of the timelines, because well, those other timelines, some of them are more advanced than us technologically, and they've anticipated this, or they even have the ability to time travel and eavesdrop on other timelines, which is something these guys here haven't, you know, even considered. It's like, you know, they might be outmanned, outgunned, and you know, already it's like preemptively stricken without realizing it, you know, because some things are just there for you to fuck up trying to grab it. They're like carrots dangling over an abyss. Some entities are like that. God will have them there to see if, you know, how you'll treat them, how you'll act towards them. You know what I'm saying? As a test of your own character. And I feel those tests a lot, you know. But, you know, I'm retarded. I'm not SSI for it even. Some people, it's like they're not. They're like, you can tell they've got really sharp minds that don't ever get clouded with all the bullshit that, you know, our minds get clouded with. And you wonder what's their excuse, you know. Because, well, hey, well, you know, I'm retarded. You know, I'm supposed to act this way. I'm actually supposed to act worse. I think I got a pretty good handle on it. You know, that I self-therapy, you know. I get all the meanness out of me that gets poured into me from the technology or the frequencies or whatever the fuck's happening here. And, you know, I try to live a positive life where, you know, I benefit others with my existence, and I'm a blessing to others. It's not always easy to do, especially if the energy directed at you is to not accept you as a blessing, and to not accept what you do as a blessing, you know. So, yeah, CERN's probably busy again, and that's why there's all kinds of weird stuff happening, including these entities. And I don't know if you should act like you see them when you see them, alright? I really think you should just, like, not act surprised, and just, like, turn your head and look at something else, and turn your head back and see if they're still there, you see. because, well, I think there is some kind of timeline connection where they're meshed somehow, quantumly entangled. Quantum entanglement. That's what they're tampering with. And when they accomplish it, you'll see the blending of the worlds as it was prophesied in the Revelation of John. You'll see, as we've already seen, they can mess with time. They can stop time on an entity and dance all around them, literally. Be in a room with them and the person won't know they're there. They might think they're seeing like flashes of movement, because, and this has been portrayed in science fiction from years ago. So, and when they portray it in science fiction, normally they've already been doing it for a while. So I think I'm one of them entities because, well, I have moments where I have like lost time, and it seems like during those moments I had like some kind of weird thing happening to me where it was like almost like there was movement, but it was so fast I couldn't, I didn't focus on it. My eyes didn't focus on it, you see. And it would seem like it all happened in like 1 or 2 seconds. What took them, minutes to do, you see.